The story took shape from something that was very, had existed, like really true. And out of that, started making fiction.
Har du været? Så jeg har fået et nyt liv.
Om forladelse.
When I first heard about Dagmar Øverby, I didn't know about it. Only people in Denmark. Only the Danes know about Dagmar Øverby. No one else knows. Which was interesting because it brings me, it gives me a position of an kind of outsider. I haven't grown up with the urban legend of Dagmar Øverby. This is a film about women being oppressed and what happens when you don't have a choice and where you start looking for help and choices. It's not an accident that this woman lived and did what she did. It's like there was a need for someone like her. It was not like she did not go and seek out victims. People came to her.
Hvem er det?
Det er til dig.
Hvem er det? Karoline? Vi mødtes på badeanstalten. Kom ind og luk døren.
For me, it's an important question because I live in Poland, which has some of the most restrictive abortion laws in the world, which were introduced in 2020. So it's nothing old, it's like something new. So for me, it's almost like this story could happen in a contemporary Poland, which is very bad in the way that you watch a film that takes place 100 years ago and you feel, oh, not much has changed. The world is so dynamic today and the politics are so dynamic and change is so dynamic. So within half a year, suddenly something like that we believed were kind of basic human rights are taken away. If you start doing that, you start oppressing people, and you start oppressing people so they have to go and look for choices in maybe much more dangerous places. So you create a circle of oppression, kind of violence.
Hvad gjorde du med dit barn?
Well, I used everything I felt was kind of like images and moving images, still photography that for me was representative of that time in a way to take the audience on a time travel and to connect to those images that I think collectively for us represent that time. It's like in a way a childish way of how I imagine those times, like poverty, how I imagine things like how it's dirty. It doesn't matter to me if that's a correct depiction of those times. So it's more like a playful way of tapping into this dirty, poor, oppressive world where this main character lives in. Like how to create that atmosphere so that the audience can somehow almost smell that instead of focusing on, what are the right door handles from the era or, exactly the right way Copenhagen looked at that time.
Hvorfor skulle du hjælpe mig? Hvem skulle ellers gøre det?
You make science fictions, you put stories like in the future to have a crooked mirror of today's society, like historical film or drama or costume film can do the same.
Verden er et frygteligt sted. Men vi bliver nødt til at tro på, at det ikke er sådan.
It's almost like a filter for an audience that, we go see a story. It takes place a long time ago, we're safe. The world looks interesting, it's a visually interesting, attractive film. But it's, I think, a way to put a filter on a film or to distance the audience a bit so that they can digest the story. Both the black and white and the fact that it's set 100 years ago, it helps, I think, bring audience close to this story.